Greetings YouTube, Lionel back at you from right here at the Green Thumb Gardening Channel, right here in the Grow Zone 8B in Tifton, Georgia. And in today's video YouTube, it's actually day 30 of our propagation experiment with our pomegranate tree cuttings YouTube. It's also day 30 of our propagation experiment with our Meyer lemon tree cuttings YouTube. We have all of our cuttings located in the same propagation container over here on our front grow table here in our greenhouse YouTube. I'm going to flip this camera around for you guys right now and show you exactly what we have going on with both our Meyer lemon tree cuttings and our pomegranate tree cuttings. Hang tight, YouTube.
Alright YouTube, we're back here at our front grow table here in our high tunnel greenhouse YouTube. We have our 3 Meyer lemon tree cuttings here in this container. We also have our 6 remaining successfully propagated pomegranate tree cuttings. If you guys have been following this video series, you recall that we originally planted about 12 pomegranate tree cuttings YouTube. 6 of those cuttings did not make it. We lost those during the propagation experiment YouTube, but 6 of those did. They are indeed looking well YouTube. We planted a total of 12 YouTube, 12 of these Meyer lemon tree seed cuttings YouTube, and only 3 of those successfully propagated for us YouTube. That's a very low propagation rate, but nonetheless YouTube, we're glad to have those 3 that did successfully propagate to show you guys here today. I'm going to remove this lid from this container YouTube and show you guys exactly what it is that we have going on with both our Meyer lemon tree cuttings and our pomegranate tree cuttings YouTube. Hang tight. Take a look at this YouTube. Bam! Take a look at our 3 successfully propagated Meyer lemon tree cuttings here YouTube. We took these cuttings from one of our Meyer lemon trees in our front yard garden extended grow area. We pruned it back for the fall. I'm going to pick these cuttings up one at a time YouTube, bring them close to the camera, hold them up to the light, and show you guys exactly how much growth our first Meyer lemon tree cutting has put on in approximately the past 30 days YouTube. Take a look at this. Can you guys see that YouTube? You see where we whacked this cutting off at the top and whacked off any of those large leaves that were on this cutting all the way down to the bottom down here YouTube. And in the past 30 days YouTube, in the past 30 days, this is the amount of growth that our first Meyer lemon tree cutting has put on YouTube. But we're super excited to have been able to successfully propagate this first cutting YouTube. This is our second successfully propagated Meyer lemon tree here YouTube. See if I can get this camera to focus in on this guy for you guys. The camera's not wanting to focus for us. Let me try this again. We're having some focusing issues with our camera YouTube, but nonetheless YouTube, I put my thumb behind this cutting and we do actually focus in. Our second Meyer lemon tree cutting here is looking extraordinarily well YouTube. I'm not sure what's going on with our camera. We apologize to you guys for that YouTube. This is our 3rd successfully propagated Meyer lemon tree cutting, and we honestly didn't think that this guy was going to make it. We almost actually tossed this guy out YouTube until we came out about 2 days ago YouTube, and saw new growth beginning to emerge from this cutting YouTube. Take a look at this. You guys see that YouTube? Let's see if I can get this camera to focus in on this cutting.
enough for you guys to see that new growth. Not sure exactly what's going on with our camera this evening, YouTube, but we are having some focusing issues. Look at that, YouTube. You see that new growth peeking out there, YouTube? That new growth there. We also have it coming out here, YouTube, at that growth node. And we're super excited to have been able to successfully propagate 3 out of 12 YouTube, out of 12 Meyer lemon tree cuttings, YouTube. This is our first pomegranate tree cutting, YouTube. When brings it out closer to light, and hopefully the camera will focus on this guy. The growth is tiny, tiny, tiny up the top, YouTube. Can you see that, YouTube? See that new growth, those new buds beginning to pop open on this first pomegranate tree cutting here, YouTube. Again, we planted about a dozen of these things in the beginning, YouTube, and we're left with about 6 at this point, YouTube. About 6. This is our second successfully propagated pomegranate tree cutting here, YouTube. See if that camera will focus in on that guy for you guys. There we go. You guys see that new growth? We're not very hopeful that that second branch over there on the other end of this Y will actually pop those growth nodes open, but if it does, YouTube, that'll be a very good thing for us, YouTube. That is indeed our second successfully propagated pomegranate tree cutting here, YouTube. This is our third, YouTube, and we almost threw this guy out, YouTube. We almost threw it out because it had been such a long time. We saw up to this point no signs of propagation, YouTube. Came out here, I think it was yesterday. We found this bit of new growth on our cutting here, YouTube. See if you guys can see that. See that, YouTube? This is a hardwood cutting, and you know hardwood cuttings hard to get to propagate, YouTube, in some cases. And this guy decided to pop that new branch out all the way down near the bottom of that Y right there, YouTube. See that? Hopefully it will pop open some other growth nodes of this cutting. But if not, we are indeed satisfied with that one that did actually pop open for us, YouTube. This is our third successfully propagated pomegranate tree cutting here, YouTube, and it is looking quite well. Look at that, YouTube. You guys see that? Got that chalice shaped growth at the top, YouTube. We have a total of about 4 buds that pop open up here at the top of this cutting, YouTube. We do expect for this cutting to form a nice chalice shape as time goes on, YouTube. That's our fourth successfully propagated pomegranate tree cutting here, YouTube. On to our 5th. This is our 5th successfully propagated pomegranate tree cutting here, YouTube. And it too is indeed looking quite well here, YouTube. It has several growth nodes that have popped open and begin to grow new foliage, YouTube. And we're super excited to see how well this particular cutting is doing. On to our 6th and final pomegranate tree cutting here, YouTube, and just take a look. You guys see that, YouTube? We have a true chalice shape to this particular cutting already. As you can see, it has 3 main branches that have sprouted out around this the top of this cutting, YouTube. And we couldn't possibly be more pleased by the way this particular cutting, amongst all of our cuttings, is looking, YouTube. Super excited about that. Super excited about getting this particular cutting planted out in our front yard garden extended grow area sometime in the spring, YouTube. But again, our 3 Meyer
lemon tree cuttings and our 6 successfully propagated pomegranate tree cuttings. Thanks for watching this video. And if indeed you currently are watching this video on propagating Meyer lemon trees from cuttings and propagating pomegranate trees from cuttings, and you're not already subscribed to the Green Thumb Gardening channel, please indeed take this moment to press that subscribe button beneath this video, that like button, that notification button, and be sure, YouTube, be sure to share this video with your friends and family as well. Yeah. Growing Meyer lemon trees and pomegranate trees from cuttings. Right here at the Green Thumb Gardening channel. Grow Zone 8B in Tifton, Georgia. Thanks for watching.
There is substantial evidence that continuous smoking causes the small blood vessels to lose their elasticity.
Girl, can I say what's on my mind? You're looking good, you're so fine. I know that you're no longer mine, but can we do it one more time? Cause I can't get you off my mind. And I can't lie, girl, I've been trying, but every time I close my eyes, flashbacks of me between your thighs. Late night in bed alone, I cry. I'm sending prayers up to the sky. Can we give us another try? 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 Girl, back then I didn't have a clue that right now I be missing you and all the things we used to do. Hey girl, you know that this is true.